morning. Did everyone make it back from last night? Yes? Wednesday night, I said that we had to officiate 2 Christian schools. And I said I had never officiated 2 Christian schools without the word Christian in them. And every time that I did officiate a Christian school, you were guaranteed at least 2 fights. I can proudly say we did not have a single fight. So I thank y'all for those prayers. Brother Jerry, you want to open us up in prayer, please? Where's all the children? Do we have any older children volunteering? Brother Gary? All right, which one of you two is going to fight over saying the Lord's Prayer?
Let's go. Folks, join me. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, guys, for the kids' offerings. You know, the kids, they really, it's a big ministry for it. And thank you for the help in that prayer. I had so much help on the bus last night. I'm used to the help now, so I appreciate you guys.
Okay, for our call to worship this morning, we're going to sing the doxology. It's number 253, if you want to turn in your hymn books. Number 253. Let's stand, please. Praise Him, Thank you. You may be seated.
Let me get this at least right for the second time. The ushers will be passing out basically a little form for everyone to fill out. We'd like to have a record of your being here today, and if you're a visitor, we'd like to have your information so we can send you a little thank you for attending the services. Next Sunday, we're going to have the greening of the sanctuary and finger foods to follow. That's at 6. You're not having choir practice Wednesday? No. And is there anything I'm missing other than what's transpiring today? No? Well,
Sunday school, the appointment she has is just a blessing that she was able to get in so quickly. I want to keep Miss Brenda and David Posey in our close prayers.
all right. Everyone hear that? I don't see my wife in here right now. She's in the nursery. When y'all see her, congratulate her. Because Friday night, one of those kids asked me if I was 30 years old. And I said, no, sir, I'm actually 55. He said, you don't move like a 55. I said, well, how does a 55-year-old move? With that being said, I will turn it over to Mr. Jerry Johnson to give us our Sunday school report.
Well, we lost some people from last Sunday. We lost 5, in fact. I may be suffering from a hangover from the Fantasy Lights last night. What? Oh, some of them spent the night? I'm glad we didn't. We had 32 in Sunday school today, had 1 visitor. Appreciate the visitor being with us. Yesterday we had food and prayer distribution, and we met the needs of 235 people. And just a big thank you for those that came out and helped with that, because we were busy. Through the Sunday school, we had 19 contacts.
Okay, Miss Judy.
Sean, I want to play this thing up here. Oh, I doubt that. Okay, if you'll take your hymn books, turn to number 217. Number 217. And let's just go ahead and stand, because some folks just want to stand, so let's do.
Oh,
offertory hymn, it's number 644, number 644. When upon Las Vegas you are tempted stars, when you are discouraged thinking all is lost, count your many blessings and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. So amid the conflict, whether great or small, do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, angels will attend. Help and comfort give you till your journey's end. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done.
Heavenly Father, as we come before you once again with each and every one who is in attendance this morning, Lord, are thankful in this season of Thanksgiving, Lord, that we give you, Lord, thanks for everything that you've done for us, Lord, just praying after this offering, God, receive, Lord, that you would use this, Lord, to further your kingdom here on earth, Father, in Christ's name we pray. Thank you, Miss Salita. And now, I would like the congregation to welcome Sinner's Bench.
I always chuckle a little bit when we get applause for coming up, because I know that probably won't last very long. Sorry, yeah. We appreciate being here. I would say, normally we have Matt and Johnny with us. So this is going to be a little bit different lineup this morning. Matt tested positive for COVID and the flu Friday morning. He let us know. He's feeling fine, but he tested positive. And thankfully, none of us had been around him, so we said, hey. And then Johnny was unavailable. He works for the post office, and they told him they were starting Sunday deliveries this morning. So we found that out in about 30-minute span of each other. We said, all right, well, let's see what we're going to do then. But it should be fun. This will definitely be a different set. We hope y'all enjoy it. We're going to start with one that we always like doing that Lindsay sings for us. Is Jesus Took My Burden. And thank y'all so much for having us back. We always like coming to Northern Heights. It's just always a blast. So, I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Y'all ready? Yep.
A poor lost sinner, I did fall. In the name of Jesus, I did call. He heard my cry. I am weak, He's strong. For Jesus took my burden and left me with a song. Yes, Jesus took my burden I cannot bear. He took my burden and He answered my prayer. My fear subsided, my spirit was made strong. For Jesus took my burden and left me with a song. Cold and dreary, old rugged road, weak and weary beneath some load. I cried in weakness, oh Lord, how long? Then Jesus took my burden and left me with a song. Crushed with sorrow, deep despair, grief and heartache that I cannot bear, I heard a whisper, to the Lord you belong. Then Jesus took my burden and left me with a song. Yes, Jesus took my burden I cannot bear. He took my burden and He answered my prayer. My fear subsided, my spirit was made strong. For Jesus took my burden and left me with a song. Oh, I will trust Him, He knows the way. He will guide this pilgrim on my way. I'll be in heaven while the ages roll along. For Jesus took my burden and left me with a song.
Here, I'm gonna get this real quick. I always like to have the list of songs just so I can surprise them with what's next. Let's do Unclouded Day. This is going to be our version of Unclouded Day, which is one of about several different versions we have of Unclouded Day. So we're going to try another version of Unclouded Day. We'll see how this goes. You ready? Mm-hmm. I got to get it in my head.
Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. They tell me of a home far away. They tell me of a home far beyond the skies. Oh, the land of unclouded day. And oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of unclouded skies. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, the land of unclouded day. Oh, they tell me that he smiles on his children there. His smile drives their sorrows away. And they tell me that no tears ever come again in that lovely land of unclouded day. And oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of unclouded skies. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, the land of unclouded day. And oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of unclouded skies. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, the land of unclouded day.
So, for lack of a better word, as the person who gets to worry for the group, as the worrier, I guess. When we got that news Friday, it was, like I said, in the span of about 30 minutes, and so, of course, I start panicking. And that's a silly thing to do, and you would think I would learn my lesson, especially being in a gospel group, that you just got to trust God, you know? And what's the use of me worrying about it? And it comes together. Like you go through times where you just don't know what's happening, you don't see ways out, and it comes together. And you just have that song book up here, Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how God will work. The hymns y'all sang this morning, as I was sitting there listening, and we sing this song a lot too at my church, and it's funny how things just stand out to you. But on Oh How I Love Jesus, the first line of that last verse, it tells of one whose loving heart can feel my deepest woe. And for some reason, it just hit me this morning. I never thought about it, because it's time for Thanksgiving right now, right? Count your blessings. We were talking about over there. We need to write a Thanksgiving song. And then y'all did Count Your Blessings. I was like, what a Thanksgiving song, you know? But that line tells one whose loving heart can feel my deepest woe. He's a God of love, but love is being there when we're hurting. And just the idea that he feels that for every one of us just hit me this morning for some reason. I wanted to mention that before I went on, because it's just funny how God works. This next one I'm going to do is this old standards, Where Could I Go? And we're going to move around a little bit. Since we don't have Johnny on banjo and Matt on mandolin, we decided we'd let Jeremy bring his steel guitar, his pedal steel, and do a little bit of that today. And so if y'all see Johnny and Matt after this, tell them that we have never sounded better than this morning. So if the pedal steel is too loud, let us know. Jeremy always worries about that. So, all right. You want to kick it off?
hardly a comfort can afford. Striving alone to face temptation's call. Where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Neighbors are fun, I love them, everyone. We get along in sweet accord. But when I pass that chilling hand of death, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Life here is grand with friends I love so well. Comfort I get from God's own word. But when my soul needs manna from above, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord?
Let's do street preaching. Okay. All right. This next one, I always like to tell people it's an instrumental, just so they know we didn't forget the words. So this is one that Jeremy wrote it. It's based or inspired by Blind Pearlie Brown, the Reverend Blind Pearlie Brown from Abbeville, which is, since we're from Wilcox. Means you want to just hold the instrument.
Pretty much just D the whole time if you want to hit a D chord, yeah.
All right, but this is, like I said, it's one we call street preaching. All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is another, and I hate to say this is an original, because it's the 23rd Psalm, and a little bit of Corinthians mixed in, and we just sort of made our own version of it. But it's a song we call Psalms 23, or Psalm 23. Anybody ever know, I didn't realize this, and I should say, it's sad that, you know when you use Psalms and when you use Psalm? You use Psalms when you're talking about multiple parts, but if it's just one, you just say Psalm. I never realized that. So I've used it wrong for years, because it's the book of Psalms, right? Because there's multiples. But if you're saying Psalm 23, it's Psalm 23 instead of Psalms 23. So anyway, just thought I'd share that, because when I had to look into that when I was trying to think about how to title this song. I want to make sure I got it right, So this is Psalm 23.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He leads me through the pastures green. He guides me behind those calm and quiet waters, restores my soul and makes it clean. He guides me in the path of righteousness, for his name's sake I'll follow on. And I know no evil will I fear, for the Lord provides a comfort song. Oh death, where is thy sting? You have no power over me. I've been bought by the blood of my Christ, and my Master will come and set me free. Though I walk through death's dark valley, your rod and staff will give me peace. And I will not fear the shadow of evil, because of you my heart is at ease. Lord, sit me down at the table of my foes, pour that holy oil on my head. Fill me up till my cup overflows, let me your sweet manna bread. Oh death, where is thy sting? You have no power over me. I've been bought by the blood of my Christ, and my Master will come and set me free. Surely goodness, mercy follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever with a smile. Oh death, where is thy sting? You have no power over me. I've been bought by the blood of my Christ, and my Master will come and set me free. I've been bought by the blood of my Christ, and my Master will come and set me free.
You got to move? Yeah. This will be another one that's inspired by Blind Pearlie Brown. It's an old standard that Jeremy brought to us. He likes to do it. It's called You Gotta Move.
Rolling Stones do a good version of it too. If y'all like Mick Jagger.
You gonna do the response on it?
Yeah. You got to move. You gotta move. You gotta move, child. You gotta move. 'Cause when the Lord gets ready, you gotta move. And you may be high, and you may be low, and you might be rich, child, and you may be poor. 'Cause when the Lord gets ready, you gotta move. got to move. You gotta move. You gotta move, child. You gotta move. 'Cause when the Lord gets ready, you gotta move.
After all you've done.
Okay.
All right. This is it's it's funny for us to. I'm so used to Matt and Jeremy doing that. It's funny for us to hear it differently.
Yeah.
You know, I like not hearing Johnny's banjo on that. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Y'all tell him that. This one is a more contemporary one that we love doing. It's just, to me, it's a very powerful song. This is a song called After All You Have Done. And it's just, I don't know, it's something about the chord progression and the music and the lyrics. It's just very powerful to me. We hope y'all enjoy it. It's After All You've Done.
After all you have done for me, I look to heaven and say, thank you, thank you. After all you have done for me, I look to heaven and say, thank you, thank you. Now that you have my heart, you give it a brand new start. You've taken these chains apart and set me free. You set me free, yeah. Hallelujah, you are good. You are good to me, yeah. Hallelujah, you are good. You are good to me, yeah. After all you have done for me, I look to heaven and say, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
This is an original that has always been sort of a unique song. We don't really know it. Lindsay
Last time I
brought
just
it-
made the whole thing up because they didn't give me the right words.
Yeah. So I tried to say the beauty of an original is if we mess it up, nobody knows. But this is a, she brought the lyrics to her. I think we were playing, just sort of playing a melody or whatever, and you
Matt
sort of
wrote
came up
this.
with them. Yeah.
Matt wrote
Did he
this.
write this one?
I wrote the lyrics, but I wrote the music.
Okay.
I always give Matt all the credit.
But it's a neat song to me. I hope y'all enjoy the lyrics, but it's just a fun little one to play.
God, I know you're there. I see you everywhere. I feel your spirit move right through me. I know you're my best friend. You never let me down, and I always find you're near. And your grace, it does abound. God, I don't deserve half the things I have and all the things you've done on my behalf. And as I'm sitting here thinking of all you've done for me, I am humbled, Lord, and so unworthy. When the sun goes down and my soul is on the run, I just kneel and pray and focus on the sun, and I hear your call as the wind blows through the trees. Simple miracles for me to see. God, I don't deserve half the things I have and all the things you've done on my behalf. And as I'm sitting here thinking about what you've done for me, I am humbled, Lord, and so unworthy. God, I know you're there. I see you everywhere. I feel your spirit move right through me.
We're going to let Lindsay do one without us messing her up this time. This is an a cappella version of He Leadeth Me. Again, we thank y'all for having us. We've just got a few more. It's always a pleasure to get on the Northern Heights. I love pulling up. You know, I almost stopped. I was about to cause an accident out front. I almost stopped in the red light in the intersection and tried to get a video of Sinner's Bench popping up on the marquee out there. You know, so that's pretty neat to see that. But at the end of the day, we do all this to worship. And like I said, this week has been tough. Y'all know what I do. I'm the probate and magistrate judge over in Wilcox County, and it seems like it gets near the holidays, it gets harder. And in this past week, I think I did 40-something warrants, you know, and in Wilcox County. And now, granted, one guy had 14 of them, but still, you know. And that was all misdemeanor traffic charges. Don't run from them on the dirt bike; they will stack you up on that. But it just you start seeing tensions come up, and the holidays can be hard for a lot of households, and so I sort of see it come in, and to have a chance to focus on being thankful and to focus on God as the provider of our needs, and for being there when we're in turmoil and when we're troubled, and just knowing He's there is a baseline that, you know, I don't see how people get by without it, honestly. And so it's been good for me to be looking forward to this and to be here, and we appreciate y'all having us back. We're going to let Lindsay do this one, and then we'll do a few more for you, but thank y'all. Talk about you paying attention. I'm the tax assessor. Well, that's right. That's right. Poor Jeremy's the tax assessor in Wilcox, and our taxes went up this past year. And it has been probably the best few months I've had in the courthouse, because when people come in angry, normally they're looking for me. And we'd meet him at the door, and I'd hear the security guy asking, which office you going to? Tax assessor. I was like, praise Jesus, I give Jeremy a heads up, hey, they're coming down the stairs, get ready. So anyway, yeah, it's been a fun year for Jeremy too.
He leadeth me, oh blessed thought, oh words with heavenly comfort fraught. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me by his own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Sometimes mid scenes of deepest gloom, sometimes where Eden's bowers bloom, by waters still or troubled sea, still 'tis his hand that leadeth me. And when my task on earth is done, when by thy grace the victory's won, in death's cold wave I will not flee, still 'tis God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me by his own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me.
You gonna play guitar? Yeah, I'll play guitar. Yeah. We'll do one more for you, and then we're gonna let Jeremy play an instrumental for invitation. Again, thank y'all so much. It's been good for my heart to be here this morning. This is Keep on the Sunny Side.
The good old college try.
We're gonna do it in G. We changed it in D? Okay, all right, I should make sure. Yeah, okay, all right.
There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. day. Though the moment be cloudy and fair, let us trust in our Savior always. He keeps us in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on the sunny side of life.
Also, I forgot to introduce, if y'all hear us talking about Louise, this is our microphone. So if y'all, I forgot to mention, if you hear us, people have come up to us after before and said, now, I know there's Lindsay, but who is Louise? Because they'll hear us talking. It's the microphone. So Louise is at every show. So, all right, you want to do Amazing Grace as the instrumental? In G? All right. Thank y'all so much for having us. We'll turn it back over to y'all.
You want your song list back? I'm just messing with you.
You can take it and burn it if you want.
I'm just messing with you. I was gonna put it back over there. There's nothing like coming to the house of God and being able to sing praise that will give you energy that you lack. I looked over there this morning and I noticed it was down to 3, and I'm thinking, wasn't there 5 the last time they came? And I was thinking somebody sawed off 2/5 of the bench, but I'm glad you cleared that up for me. I'm glad y'all came today. Do we have anything we need to say prior to dismissing ourselves? We're going to take up a love offering, right? For them? Okay. With that being said, I again thank y'all for coming and performing. It's always a great pleasure to see you and a great pleasure to hear you. Brother Ed, would you please dismiss us in prayer? Ed Harrington.